over 40 years that I have been a Christian, there have been killings in southern Kaduna, killings on the plateau. There have been riots. Sometimes, I think it was in France, an image of Prophet Muhammad was defaced. Who remembers that? And as a result of that, there were killings of Christians in Nigeria. And so it's nothing new. It doesn't amount to genocide. The way the West are talking about it, it's as if a Christian steps on the street, his head will be blown off. And I'm trying to understand this sudden love for Christians. Is it because we now have one of the largest refineries in the world and no longer have to ship raw materials abroad and bring the finished products? Or is it because of the 21st century minerals that we now have in our earth that are used to generate nuclear power for electric vehicles? Are those the reasons that our friends are threatening to invade our country to defend and protect Nigerian Christians? Selah.
This one that has been done by the US under President Trump has been called Christian genocide, has been hung on Christian genocide, and it has sparked the conversation. Is there Christian genocide in Nigeria? Is there? Or should we, let's direct it. The insecurity going on in Nigeria, is it solely Christian genocide? I am a Christian and I'm a practicing Christian. I believe in the cause of Christ. But for the past 1.5 years, I have discussed insecurity in Nigeria extensively, both in the north, in the middle belt, in the southeast, in the southwest, and in the south-south. I have discussed the various aspects of insecurity that we have in Nigeria. Boko Haram insurgency, ISWAP, banditry, Fulani herders and farmers clashes in the middle belt. The issue of ritual unalivings in the southwest and the southeast, and even a part of the south-south. The issue of herders farmers clash in the southwest, the southeast, and a part of the south-south and in the middle belt. Now, that is to tell you that the insecurity issue in Nigeria, the mass unalivings going on in Nigeria, is not just Christian genocide alone. Now, for some of us who are talking like this, we have been branded wicked. We have been we have been accused of wanting to play it around so that people will not take it seriously. Now, this can only come from people who do not have knowledge, or who do not even know how issues are attended to or issues are discussed. Now, I have read about 3 PhD theses on the issue of insecurity. One in Benue by a friend of mine, the other in Ekiti, and some parts of the Middle Belt. The third one is not a PhD thesis. The third one is a PhD dissertation. It is also on the issue of insecurity in Ekiti. And from some of the conclusions, and a friend of mine has also written a paper on the Plateau crisis with the Fulani militias. And I have also read some papers while I was discussing insecurity extensively on TikTok on my live stream. The data on ground suggests that what is going on in Nigeria is not just Christian genocide. It is beyond Christian genocide. We have what we call ethnic cleansing that is solely targeted at some ethnic groups leaving their land. Some people unaliving them in order to grab their land and occupy that land. Some religious, for people who have been attacked in churches, abducted for their faith, then people who have also been accused of doing one or two things to maybe the Quran or said something about Allah, and they've been unalived, or to the Prophet Muhammad, and they've been unalived on this issue. Those are targeted unalivings, which can be classified under religious. Even under the religious factor, you would realize that it is not only Christians that are also unalived. The traditionalists in the north, like the Mumuyes, have gone through their own share of these mass unalivings. Some of the pockets of small ethnicities in the north that are predominantly traditionalist, animists, have been unalived. They've been targeted. The Hausa Muslims themselves, presently in Kano, Hausa Muslims, Hausa communities have been targeted as we speak. Zamfara has suffered so much from banditry and mass unalivings, and this seems to be targeted unalivings, that are targeted towards poor people. And what revolves around the common denominator of all these things in the Middle Belt and in the North has to do with the land that those people occupy.
Before una jump into conclusion, make we get am clear from the beginning. I know dey debunk the killings of Christians in northern part of Nigeria. I know say President Trump raising the issue about Christians facing existential threats in Nigeria. I know dey dispute am. But wetin I wan talk for here na say, before President Trump, they say thousands of Christians are being killed. Radical Islamists are responsible for this mass slaughter. I am hereby making Nigeria a country of particular concern in capital letter. What does that mean? America are having it at the back of their mind to invade a sovereign nation temporarily. That is their excuse. But it's not going to work. I'm not saying that Christians are not being killed. The way Christians are being killed, Muslims are being killed as well. Let's be honest. The way Christians are being slaughtered, Muslims are being slaughtered in the northern part of Nigeria. And thanks to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he has instructed the new service chiefs to end such radical atrocities in the northern part of Nigeria. And now this is the message to President Trump. Nigeria, we have always seek for assistance from the United States of America. During the time of President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, we needed weapons, we needed tools, we needed equipment to tackle Boko Haram. Did we get any support? But rather, America as a country went political under President Barack Obama to remove President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. Today, these terrorists, they are still on the loose. If America as a country really have concern for Nigeria, you will support our military with equipment, with everything they need to stop this madness. Rather than saying that Nigeria is a country of particular concern. When Iraq, Libya was a country of particular concern to America, when America invaded those sovereign nations, when America left, those developed nations became a failed society. America has never invaded any country and left that country in a sane space. So, President Trump, I am a major supporter of your vision, your policies. Even during your campaign, when you were the 45th president and now the 47th president, I supported you from Nigeria. You can look at my social media space. I'm in support of what you do. I'm in support of how you help Christians, how you save the life of your unborn child. But invading into a sovereign nation is what I see here, writing Nigeria as a country of particular concern. Israel should be a country of particular concern. They've been killing children, killing women, innocent people in Palestine. They went overboard to attack Qatar. Israel should be of particular concern. Russia should be a country of particular concern. I mean, you fear Putin because they're your friend. You need to call the president of the most populous black nation on earth, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Have a close tie with him. Work with him on how to end insurgency in the northern part of Nigeria. Anybody that is bringing any propaganda that it is only Christian that is being killed, that is a bloody lie. Muslims are being killed. People of other religious groups are being killed. So you need to ask questions, just like you said, that you are asking the Congressman Raleigh Moore, together with Chairman Tom Cole and House Appropriation Committee, to immediately look into this matter and report back to me, which is you. The United States cannot stand by why such atrocities are happening in Nigeria and numerous other countries. We stand ready, willing, and able to save our great Christian population around the world. That is very good. But you need to work with the leadership and the military in Nigeria. You can't say America should put Nigeria as a country of particular concern. If Nigeria is a country of particular concern, they should work with the presidency. We have leaders in this country. We have military in this country. No leadership wants his or her people to die. Just like what President Tinubu said, go and end the insurgency in the north. He gave that order just a few days ago. And America need to work with him. And President Tinubu, if President Trump, they won't call you go America, go mess you up like the way they do all those other African leaders, tell him, make it come Nigeria, make it come Aso Rock. Make it come Aso Rock. We want to discuss on how to end the insurgency. Not go there. And if it's a puff, they carry a body, have a close tie with North Korea. Let us support you. Let's end this. There have to be sanity in this country. Every life matter. America ought to even be a country of particular concern. We witness life assassination. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Gun control should be of particular concern in America. It should be a thing of the past. Withdraw every life ammunition from every American citizen. That should be a country of particular concern. You know what? Solve your ass, so finish. Then people when you walk or solve. Won't take our country. This now a new form of colonization is not going to work. If you want to have a good deal with Nigeria, you seek with the permission from the president, you work with the president, and at the same time, you work with you to support our military, and we end the insurgency.
You see this Tinubu administration, this APC and Tinubu government. I don't know how they look at other people outside Nigeria. Maybe they think the world, the people looking at Nigeria from the outside, they think they are dumbs. Look at what they are telling Donald Trump and the United States of America. He said Tinubu presidency to the US. He said give Nigeria military support to fight terrorists, not designation. You see this United States designating Nigeria. It's like this, they really touch the elite. And for once, the ordinary citizens of Nigeria have something to be happy about. Yes, the outcome might be worse on us all than we think, but nobody really cares now. Because Tinubu and APC has driven Nigeria to an extent where Nigerians no longer care who comes next. You got the point. Now the people you are telling to give you arms, to give you military support, are they fools? Are you telling me that it is military support Nigeria doesn't have to crush Boko Haram? The answer is no. Nigeria does not lack the military equipment. If they lack, they refuse to buy. And if they refuse to buy, it's because they have no interest in crushing Boko Haram. Because Boko Haram, according to most of the northern elite, is their freedom fighter. So many of the traditional rulers said, Sultan of Sokoto to be precise, have said it on 2 occasions, that coming against Boko Haram is like coming against the North or fighting against Allah. You understand? Is it the likes of Sheikh Gumi, who is always a mouthpiece of Boko Haram? The terrorism in Nigeria is deliberately sponsored. See, when Canada listed APC as terrorist organization, so many people think they were wrong. This is not the United States now. Canada saw the activities of APC and PDP and said, these are terrorist organizations. They know what they were talking about. Now it's playing in full scale. You are asking for a military support. The weapon you've had, do you know how much is allocated to the military every year to fight insurgency? It's billions of naira. Where are these monies? So you think the US you are talking to, they are babies? For goodness sake, they are not babies. You pamper Boko Haram, you romance them, you treat them like first-class citizens, you catch them, you say you de-radicalize them, you send them abroad, you reintegrate them into society, put them into sensitive parts of the army. Is that how to fight insurgency? I've been saying this before now. Say Nigeria encourages terrorism more than any other country in the world. You don't pamper terrorists. Now the US have seen it as a genocide against the Christians, even if we know it is not entirely against the Christians, but against Nigerians. Because terrorism have gone across the 36 states of Nigeria. You get the point now. Now you are telling them that you don't have the instruments, or you don't have the will or the desire. Which of them are you telling the US? Before the US decide to designate Nigeria, they know better. So when I see the Tinubu administration say this, and I've seen other prominent elites of Nigeria, top politicians, going by the same direction, it does not make any sense. The people you are talking to are not kids. Nigeria's romance with terrorism has so much to do with so many people in government having a share or being in part of the act. It's that simple. Why are you which support are you asking for that you don't have as a sovereign nation? Nigeria have the resources. Why have you not bought guns? See, so many people have the belief that most of the weapons that Nigeria government has procured to fight terrorism, or that was made to fight terrorism, ends in the hands of the terrorists. So many people have this belief, and you cannot prove them wrong. So which support now are you asking the United States for? Because they've decided to step in. Nigeria government, you've been dealing with Nigerians. Now, maybe a superior power will come that will deal with everybody. Nigerians will not care. In as much as it touches the elite, we will be fine. Nigeria don't have government, Nigeria don't have leaders. Odalo says so. Now, United States of America have just proven that. Because if you have a government that knows its responsibility, that its primary responsibility is the protection of life and property of its citizens, we will never get to where we are now. But what do you expect when you have terrorist organization presiding over a country and terrorism is the act of the day? And you are expecting what? We're actually expecting too much to believe that APC, that Canada has told the world that is a terrorist organization, we fight terrorists or we fight terrorism in Nigeria. We're obviously asking for too much. Now that the United States is stepping in, I know we can't stop them unless they reach compromise. If they reach compromise with Nigeria and they choose to compromise, then we understand. You get the point. But for now, things like this should not be coming out from Nigeria, at least not now, because the world knows better. What support are you asking for? Of course, you don't need any support. Is it not in this Nigeria that a young man in Adamawa State defended himself from being taken down by a terrorist and he was sentenced to die for refusing to be killed? You think the world are not aware of this? The APC and the Nigerian federal government has disgraced this country enough that America have now felt enough is enough. People don't see. I see so many people saying Nigeria is a sovereign nation. The United States have no right to invade the country. What if US still see Nigeria as a country that have no president? What am I saying now? They still see. You see the 2023 election. So many countries, in their heart of hearts, have not legitimized Bola Ahmed Tinubu as president. What if we have a situation where America is looking at Nigeria like a country where there is no president and there is surplus of resources to invest? What if they are taking advantage of that? Remember, this same Tinubu has a very dirty record in their archive, to the extent that they made us understand that it's a CIA asset. You don't even know what that means. The man you gave your presidency has opened the door for external aggression. And if the US take advantage of that, it is not US fault. We should be blaming the dozer Nigeria that supported this calamity.
Good day to our viewers all over the world and welcome back to Local Journal. It's actually not certain to defend the genocide going on against the Christian in the Middle Belt and other parts of the country because of your political affiliation or because of what you stand to gain. Honestly, this thing is not right. It is not right in all sphere. I understand the fact that people don't want the US to come into our country. It's not about exacerbating the crisis on ground, or probably maybe taking our minerals or taking what belongs to Nigeria, or coming to like kind of rip us of our mineral resources. That is not even the thing at all, understand? Because what I'm talking about is you even accepting that there's a problem for us and our government should tackle it instead of an external force that will come in and say they want to help us fix it, since we are a sovereign country. But the problem here is this: we are not even accepting that stuff like these are going on. However, these are the same set of people that tweeted things like that in the past, that there's Christian genocide going on in Nigeria, and that Christians are being unalived anyhow in Nigeria. And the same set of people are the one coming out to defend the fact that there is nothing like Christian genocide going on because they are the ones in government. It is not good. Government come, government goes. People have lost their life, family have lost their people, and all of that. You're not fair to these people who have lost their lives and who have lost their families. It's not making any sense. That is not affecting you where you're staying, and the area you're staying does not mean it's not going on. Go to the Southern Kaduna and say this. Go to the Benue State, go to Plateau State, go to Adamawa, Bauchi, all these places affected, and tell them this. The fact that you're not experiencing this is because you don't have extremists living amongst you, and the thing is gradually, by extension, coming to other parts of the country already, and we are seeing what is happening. The insecurity going on and the mayhem being committed. This has never happened in the history of this country before. Look at our massacre. When people were massacred in Owo, is it not the west? Is it not the western part of the country? When people came and were massacred there, what happened? Till today, the people that came and massacred those people, nothing has happened to them. So what are we talking about? It's been going on like this and nothing has been happening. This is the problem. This is just a wake-up call for the government to take their responsibility seriously, because it's government responsibility to protect lives and property, but they are not doing that because all they are doing is politicking. They are just talking about 2027 when they've not even completed the 4 years Nigerians have voted them in for power. We've not gotten the dividends of democracy. Rather, all we get is just taxation. But now we are coming to defend this. I'm not like saying America should come in and do our job for us, or America should come in under the guise of or pretext of coming to help Nigerians to like carry out their ulterior motive whatsoever. Understand? I'm not even sure America has any ulterior motive, because this is the agenda we promote just because we want things to favor us, and just because we don't want to make our government or people who are at the helm of affairs who are related to us in one way or the other, probably from our region, look clueless or powerless. This is just the agenda we're trying to promote. If not, what is America coming to do in Nigeria here? The same administration you're trying to like kind of rope is the same administration that even exposed those things that happened that time. Was it not under Trump's administration that all this exposition about what is happening in the Northeast came out? And it probably maybe he's complicit. Would they even bring any of that under his administration? But Nigerians don't look at all these indices and don't look at all these factors. All they say is just like kind of promoting an agenda that we don't even know where they got it from. So if this thing was happening in the southwestern part of the country, will they be happy? In Abuja, you can't go out freely to do some things like, okay, we are in a secular country. What's the essence of Sharia law that we're having in Nigeria? Is it supposed to be so? Was it not recently that they wanted a push of Sharia to the western part of the country, and it almost splitted the country apart? So what are we saying? This is not good. We are setting a very bad precedent for Nigerians, and like I said, power is transient, and power is going to go to another region or go to other places tomorrow. And if it continues like this, there is no way everybody will like be happy about the situation of things, because what is happening now, it could happen to other regions tomorrow. and that you're denying it today will be an evidence. It will serve as an evidence that you won't say this, because like they are holding them to their words they've tweeted before, and this is what they say, and now you're coming out to say that okay, there is nothing like that. It's actually very, very unfair. This is my opinion on this. Kindly drop what you think about this in the comment section, and if today is your first time to visit our channel, please kindly like, share and subscribe to our channel.